Hey guys, welcome back to another video. What I have for you guys today is another shelf tour. It's been over a year, maybe less, since I made my last one. So far, I think I have about 315 albums. It's been officially 3 years since I started collecting, which is pretty cool. So let's just go ahead and start. This here is going to be the top of my shelf. So over here is a bunch of Japanese CDs. There's some Korean CDs here as well. One of my favorite things about Japanese CDs is that they'll have a limited edition version which has a behind the scenes video of their jacket shooting. But I do want to watch them just because I am studying Japanese. Not just studying it, I'm actually trying to have that as my associate, so it's probably good study material to check out. And then I just want to show this off. This right here is just some souvenirs. One of them is my first alcoholic beverage. And then to the left is my cup noodle that I got from Japan. And then to the right of that, it's going to be a Lego MP4. And above this is going to be one of my prized possessions. So these are autographs from former and current Donut Media members. Some of them, they started their own channel. They're one of my favorite content creators too. I'm really into cars, so I'm gonna get to that later too. I have a special section in my shelf just for that. And then these are just some postcards. I'm still deciding on what I'm gonna do with them. I think I might get a binder for my signed postcards, but I'm not so sure. And I want to keep buying sleeves and like binders and stuff like that. I don't even have that much room. And then over here is gonna be my Twice section. They're kind of scattered all over my shelf, but they're all going to be organized in order from release. To be honest, I don't really have a special connection with some of the older albums just because I wasn't really fully listening to K-pop until 2022. I was listening to a lot of K-R&B in 2019 or 2018. And here's over here is one of my favorite Twice albums in my collection. This particular Narayan album is my favorite to go through. I love her album as well. And this really means a lot to me, this Between 1 and 2 album, just because it is the first album I've ever purchased. I bought it 3 years ago, September 11th at a Barnes & Noble. I remember telling the cashier just to pick one for me, and I still ended up getting all of them anyway. Down here is going to be my aespa section. I don't have them organized in order. It's just kind of by size and just to have the eyes drawn into the middle, which of course aespa is, or no, sorry, of course Giselle is my favorite. I mean, aespa is my favorite too, but it's always been like my top three. They always switch around. My top three is aespa, LE SSERAFIM, and Twice. But if you haven't picked up the Richmond album yet, I really recommend it. It's one of my favorite photo books to look through. Same thing with the drama version over here. And then over here is the Armageddon photo book, which has photos of my favorite music video from aespa, Licorice. And then I just have a couple of S-minis here. I have the drama one. It's just hanging in my bag over here. And I do want to show this off. So this here is a note that I received from one of my friends that I traded with. We've traded back and forth during Dirty Work. This person also watches my videos, so I really appreciate your support. It really meant a lot to me to have this and just to have it in my collection too. If I ever quit YouTube, I'm just glad I could still look through and just admire this note, I guess, because I didn't really think people watch my videos like that. I just do this for fun. And over here, some more Twice albums. This really means a lot to me just because of this era. So Ready to Be was when I went to my first ever concert. With Youth was my second one. This one I went to in Vegas with what do you call it, I was VIP, and I'm just showing it off just because I put a lot of time and effort at my job and just saving money just to get the ticket for this. Here's some Twice solos. We got Jiho's, Nayeon's second album, and then Jui's. And of course I have Chaeyoung's solo down here. These are going to be Twice's latest albums, like from the past year. Strategy came out almost a year ago. This is for obviously their newest album. I think they're going to have a new one coming out with their 10th anniversary. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy the whole set for that. And then to the left are some of the other girl groups I collect. If I remember correctly, I have LE SSERAFIM, NewJeans, ITZY, IDOL, STAYC, NMIXX, and there's a sixth one. IVE. I have like one IVE album I got from as a gift. I'm a really big fan of some of LE SSERAFIM's older concepts. I'm not saying their new one is terrible. It's just that for me, I just like these a little bit better. I like Fearless, this black one over here, the Black Petrol, just because it's a car related, like racing related. And I'm a big fan of this first volume from Unforgiven. And I'm a really big fan of their compact versions from Unforgiven and Easy. I think Easy I like a little bit better just because I think it's just a bigger version of Unforgiven, which is kind of like a photo catalog. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a catalog of like different photos and like it's like a file. And then I do want to collect all of versions for Hot, but as you guys can see, I don't have any room for that. But it's my favorite concept because I really like black, like anything dark. I'm not emo or anything, but it's just such a cool concept. And then down here, this is the section I was talking about with all my cars and stuff. So we have some car magazines down here that I've collected 3 years ago. It's sad that they don't publish them anymore. I would have still got them. We have like a diorama of Nissan GTRs over here. Obviously just some Legos, some racing games. I do also play Metal Gear. I wish I had the full set for Batman. I just have them digitally. That's one of my favorite games of all time. Same thing with Yakuza. Oh man, let me tell you something. I was this here is like one of my favorite video game characters of all time. And a year ago, he announced that he had cancer, and it broke my heart because during that year when he said it, I had it too. So I have this like special connection with this person that isn't real, just because we both suffered not the same type of cancer, but we were both slowly dying, if that makes sense. But I'm good now, and so is he. Spoiler alert, I'm sorry about that. And then over here is one of my favorite albums of all time. This is gonna be For You by Totsuri Yamashita. I think this is a compilation of all his great songs that he chose into one. This is the reason why I got into city pop, so I had to get a physical version. Also, they don't have what do you call it? It's on streaming on Spotify, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I did forget to show this when I was showing off my Twice albums. This over here is gonna be my digipack section. I know they're gonna do a 10th anniversary like set for that. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm probably just gonna get Chaeyoung or Jiho, or not Chaeyoung or Jiho, both, just because those are my biases in that group. I just think it's cool to have a full set just because there's photo books of each member inside, but honestly I could just go online and look at a scan and just be satisfied from that. And then over here is going to be some more Twice albums and photo books. I did want to collect the full set for Yes I Am at one point, but I just don't have room for that. And then I do have some vinyls here, which also I regret getting because I don't even display them. I don't even have a vinyl player either. I don't even have a CD player. Can you believe that? I did get these in Japan, this Misamo album and the what do you call it, for the set for the members, which is cool. Same thing for these two Japanese albums down here. And we have the Cosmopolitan issue, which Twice is featured in. I have my little hat collection. My hair is still growing and it's like still shedding at the same time, so I still have to like wear hats just because of the side effects from my chemotherapy. And oh yeah, I do want to show this off. So to the right here is going to be some of my cars that I still have up. I used to collect Hot Wheels before K-pop, and then here's a picture of it. This is like from like 2019 or 2020, so this is very old. I still have some rare ones here. I do like to collect the $5 ones instead of like the dollar ones, so I have a special case for that and a display up here. I do collect Tamaka too. I really love Tamaka. And then of course I do have a Japanese poster of Cars. Just wanted to fill that space up. And then have the steering wheels for my racing setup over there. I still play it today, but not as much just because of school. And I do want to show this off. This is the posters that I have on my wall. But yeah, that's all I could show you guys for today. Here's another look before we end the video. But I do want to make an update video for my photo card binder. I still have to organize all these aespa cards over here. But hopefully I could make a video on that if I feel motivated to. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye.